bright round young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Hoka hey, la dee dee da dee dee, hoka hey. Bonjour, and welcome to the Christmas Eve special. Welcome, Wissani. Merry Christmas. Minobi ni ba anima e gija good. Merry nighttime prayer day. Minobi ni ba anima e gija good. Merry Christmas to you. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Today is the Christmas Eve nighttime prayer day, and I thought before we get started tonight, I should come out in the night and say a prayer, as is our way. No, so let me grab a little asema here, a little tobacco. I'm gonna offer it to the ghost of great to the Christmas spirit himself. Gitche Manado. Gitche Manado. Taka odapanan niwi asema. Great spirit, accept my tobacco. Chi miigwech. Great thanks. Chi miigwech. Ka iji kakina gegu. Ka iji chikean. Thank you for everything that you do. Miigwech ka iji bamadaziyan. Thank you for my life. Miigwech ka Natasha Dush Michael Lyons. Thank you for my family. And the BOOZHOO crew. Dush the BOOZHOO crew. Miigwech ga niwi gaja gains. Thank you for my cat. Bagheera. Thank you for keeping him healthy. He seems pretty happy. My cat lives the coziest life I've ever known. He's got a number of different places where he can take naps. He's got a floor pillow on top of the fridge, a couple of feet from the fake fireplace. Every time I walk in the living room, he's there. It's so picturesque. He eats whenever he wants. He gets plenty of food, a little bit of exercise when Michael plays fetch with him and stuff. And we've had him for 3 years now, and he's twice the size as when we got him. But he seems pretty healthy, and I really appreciate you doing that. Miigwech for Gakina Gegu, for everything. Amen. The nighttime prayer day. Niba anima e gishakad. Nighttime prayer day. That's what we called Christmas. When the Ojibwe people were learning English, they had to translate certain things. You know, we didn't have a Christmas before English. We didn't do this. We didn't celebrate this. This wasn't our way. But it was after boarding schools. And so I always picture the kids being like, okay, what's this day called? It's like, oh, this is nighttime prayer day. Nipa. Anima e gishaka. Prayer day is also what we call Sundays. Anima e gishaka. The day to pray. But I think it's really good to pray, especially on Christmas. Oh, there's the sound of the world. Talk about a silent night. It was totally silent there. I forgot to turn on the volume. Is my mic on? Check 1, 2. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, bonjour, everybody. Should we go inside and start you see what Natasha and Michael and them are doing? We're going to have a Christmas Eve live stream. So, yeah. Bindigain. Bindigada. Let's go inside. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Bonjour. Hi, sweetie. Oh, hi, Nanaboozhoo. You ready to come in? Yep. Can you pick me up? You got it. 1 to teleport. Okay. Hang on. What's the matter? No, there's something screwed up here. I just gotta twist these wires for a second. Twist the wires? Yeah, it's kind of... All right, hang on. You ready? I'm ready. Okay, 1 to teleport. Make it so. No. Hey, there he is. Oh, hi. What was wrong with the teleporter? That was... I've got... Whoops. There goes my bandana. I knew it was a mistake to start the show. Hi, everybody. This is what I look like when I'm super drunk. Would you play a song? You got it. This is the river.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. So I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here, it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. He tried hard to help me, he put me at ease. Lord, he loved me so naughty, made me weak in the knees. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I'm so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I'm gone and lost the best baby that I ever had. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby mine. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on.
It's coming on Christmas. Oh, wow, you guys. That was so beautiful. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're singing songs of love, joy, and peace. I still look kind of weird. Anyway. Singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. So, BOOZHOO. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. I can't do this, sweetie. My head, this thing just looks too weird. I'm sorry I'm being so, whatever about this. Yeah. Should we play another song? We can't just play songs. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, buddy. Yeah, you too. And of course, the lovely and talented Natasha. BOOZHOO, Gakina Awia. Hello everybody. And tonight, we'd like to wish all of the BOOZHOO crew. Let's see who's here, sweetie. Should we give out some gold stars and silver stars? There we go. We got some Christmas presents. A gold star for Wissany. Well, BOOZHOO, Wissany, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And what did he get? Got a gold star. Is Wissany a boy? I think so. How can you tell? I don't know. But gold star for Wissany, silver star for Redbird Indigenecas. Redbird is my name. Silver star for Redbird. BOOZHOO, Redbird. BOOZHOO. Merry Christmas. Oh, la la. And Jim Dunn is here in third. Jim Dunn is in third place with a bronze star. BOOZHOO, Jim. BOOZHOO, Jim. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here today. Jim Dunn. Sequoia Hummingbird's here. Mino Gigajebe. Or no, Mino Onagoshin. Yeah, that's what she said. Good evening. Mino Onagoshin. Good evening. Sequoia Redbird. Or Hummingbird. Sequoia Hummingbird. You know why hummingbirds hum? Why do hummingbirds hum? They don't know the words. Yeah. Mino Onagoshin. Oh, gee, Michael, I guess Sheen is spelled with a Z now? Oh, sorry. No, I'm just kidding. That was supposed to be an SH. Onagoshin, I think. Yeah, I think so too. Good evening. Now, Christmas, a lot of people forget about. Yeah. Is a time of year that's filled with spirits. Anishinaabe called this time of year the little spirit moon. The little spirit moon. Some people think it's because of the baby Jesus. Oh, really? Yeah, they think, well, he was a little baby, a little spirit. I don't know. But they call January the great spirit moon. Now, are they talking about the creator great spirit? Or are they just talking about a big spirit? If they're little spirits, there'd have to be a big spirit. Yeah, I suppose. But tonight, I'd like to tell the story. And I don't have any graphics to go along with this. Don't you? No. Why didn't I do that, sweetie? Because you're stupid? Hey. No, I'm just kidding. I should have. Oh, well. Picture in your mind the Muppet Christmas. I think the Muppet Show already did this. What's that? The story of Scrooge? Yeah, I think they did. I never saw it. Was that I think that was the Christmas special that John Denver sang with him. Oh, is that where that came from? I think so, but I might just be making that up. Yeah, look, those were lucky. They had John Denver on their show. Well, we've had John Denver on our show. Yeah, he calls in from heaven, but he's never sang with us. I know, he was dead long before we started the show. I know, but still, as a spirit, he could have come back and sang a song with us. Well, maybe he will. Maybe that could be our Christmas miracle. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house. But no, that's probably my favorite Christmas song, Christmas story. Is it called The Christmas Story? It's actually called The Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol. Oh, yeah, Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens. A Christmas Carol. A ghost story that will scare the dickens out of you. It'll scare the dickens. It'll scare you into the Christmas spirit. That's basically what the story of Ebenezer Scrooge really is. They should have called it How Ebenezer Scrooge Found His Christmas Spirit. Yeah. So gather round, children, as I tell you the story that was written back in the days of the grandfathers in England by a guy named Chucky Dickens. They called him Little Chuck Dick. No, they didn't. No, Charles Dickens. And so Charles Dickens, Charlie Dickey, wrote a story back in the days. Okay, we did that. Once upon a time, there was an old, crabby, rich guy. And he had a job, or he owned a business. And he employed this guy named... Oh... I should have looked it up before we started this. Tiny Tim's dad was called... I knew it yesterday. Cratchit? Bob Cratchit. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, it was the night before Christmas, and Bob Cratchit goes to Mr. Scrooge. He goes, Mr. Scrooge. And that's how they talked, is all English. Excuse me, sir. Yeah. I wonder if I might knock off early today, and it's Christmas Eve. And Mr. Scrooge is like, oh, bah, humbug. I don't care about Christmas Eve. Get back to work. He goes, no, sir. We're going to have a Christmas Eve feast at my house. We don't have much, but we're rich in love. Yeah. And he goes, bah, humbug. I don't care about your Christmas Eve special. I'm going to go home. Go ahead, go, Goes, might I have Christmas Day off, sir? Goes, you want Christmas Day off too? Say what you will about the 38 Dakota Sioux who were marched off to the gallows. The white guys, they worked Christmas Eve. That is what's so strange about that story. I know. Who has a death penalty execution on Christmas Eve? It makes me wonder if that story is even true. Yep, no kidding. Anyway, so it's Christmas Eve. Bob Cratchit goes home to his family. And that night, Mr. Scrooge McDuck, is visited by a jibbe, a ghost. Sweetie, he's visited by... Oh, this is a jibbe de Bajimo, and this is a ghost story, really. People forget that Christmas is a ghost story. A jibbe is a ghost. Now, the difference between a jibbe and a manadu. Manadu is a spirit. And jibbes are spirits that are walking the earth still. They're haunting things. Somebody used to be alive and he died, but his soul, instead of passing on to the next place, they lurk around here and come out to scare people in that. Yeah. So the ghost comes out and he's in chains. And he goes, boo. Goes, Mr. Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, tonight you will be visited by 3 more ghosts. And, heads up. And poof, he disappears. And Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge is all scared. He goes, oh, geez. Bah, humbug, but I got to get a new place. This place is haunted. So he puts on his old nightgown. Back in the days of the grandfathers, men used to put on full floor-length gowns to go to sleep. It wasn't like nowadays in the modern times where you put on a sweatsuit to go to sleep in Minnesota. Yeah, no kidding. You know, in England, they would put on a little nightcap, little hat, and a lady's dress, and then climb into bed. He had a robe too, I guess. But he goes to sleep. What happens? Bung, bung. It's midnight. And poof, the ghost of Christmas past appears. He's like, boo, I am the ghost of Christmas past. Ebenezer Scrooge wakes up and goes, oh, aren't you scary? He goes, come with me, Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm going to show you something, and I don't think you're going to like it. Grab my cloak. And so Ebenezer Scrooge grabs his cloak, and the ghost of Christmas past and Ebenezer Scrooge, they teleport to another place. And it's all meow, and then he's looking at himself when he's a child. Because look at yourself as a child, Ebenezer Scrooge. Look how happy you were. You know, opening presents on Christmas morning with your mom and your dad. Such an innocent little boy, so filled with the Christmas spirit. He goes, yeah, those are good times. I think that was the Christmas I got Stretch Armstrong. You know, I got Stretch Armstrong, and then I got that Kung Fu. Who was that guy? Oh, with the Kung Fu gym? Yeah, Kung Fu Punch or whatever. Anyway, I've had some good Christmases too. But, because, yeah, look at that. Let's see, you had Christmas spirit and you were happy. But now, look at you. You're all bah humbug, sleeping by yourself on Christmas Eve. Don't even have a Christmas tree up or nothing. And you're all rude to Ebenezer or Bob Cratchit. Didn't want to go to his party. Because I'm going to bring you home. Poof, he goes back home. He goes, no, you go back to sleep. You will be visited by 2 more ghosts. Ebenezer Scrooge was like, yeah, great. Now I'm going to fall asleep. Who knows when the next ghost is going to come. But he starts to fall asleep. Bung, bung, the clock strikes. Whatever. 2 o'clock. Poof. The ghost of Christmas present's there. And he's like, boo. I am the ghost of Christmas present. And Ebenezer Scrooge goes, oh, are you the ghost of a present who died? And he goes, no, not that kind of present. Of like Christmas right now. The time present. He goes, oh, I thought you were a dead gift or something. He goes, no, don't be silly. Grab my cloak. I'm going to take you somewhere, and I don't think you're going to like it. So Ebenezer Scrooge, he grabs his cloak. And this time they just fly out the window. And they're flying through town. It's London or something. Not even cold. He's just got his slippers on, his nightcap, his little sleeping dress. And they fly to Ebenezer, or to Bob Cratchit's house. He goes, look at these. Look how much fun they're having. You know, even though Bob Cratchit's poor, he's got a wife. She's real hot. She's real pretty. Yeah. Got a whole mess of kids. Okay, granted, one of his kids has got a bum leg. He can't help that. They call him Tiny Tim. He's just got one little crutch. But otherwise, it's a perfect family. What do you got? Big old house, but nothing but ghosts haunting it. Tell you what, I'd rather have just a little modest family and not much money, but a lot of love, than a big old mansion that's all dark and haunted with ghosts of Christmas. And then they go fly back and goes, you will be visited one more time. Poof, he goes away. Well, Ebenezer Scrooge tries to go back to sleep, and he's really freaked out now. He goes, oh man, that was scary. And he made a good point. But whatever, I'm going to bed. Pretty soon, boom, 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 clock strikes 3 times. And this time it's the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Poof. And he's all scary. The first 2 ghosts, they weren't too bad. They just kind of look like people or angels or something. This guy, he looked like death. And he didn't even talk. He was just a big ghoul, and he points out his finger and he just points at Ebenezer Scrooge. And Ebenezer Scrooge just trembling in bed. Yeah. And he goes, oh, ghost of Christmas yet to come, I fear you most of all. and it goes to Christmas yet to come. Just kind of motions him to come with, and he grabs his cloak, and they go off, and pretty soon he's they're in a graveyard. Yeah. And he points down, and there's Ebenezer Scrooge's gravestone. And he goes, "Oh no, you mean to tell me someday I'm going to die? Like I didn't know that was going to happen, but yeah, okay." Oh. And then he takes him home, and he goes back to sleep and wakes up in the morning. And he's like, "Oh wow, I can't believe what just happened to me. Was it all a dream? Or did I get visited by these ghosts? What did I learn, Dorothy?" And he runs to the window, he opens up the window, and he sees a little boy out there on a bicycle or something. And he goes, "You there, boy?" Kid looks up and goes, "Who you calling boy?" "That's racist." Whatever. He goes, "What day is this?" He goes, "Why, it's Christmas Day, sir." And he throws him some money and goes, "Go buy me the best Christmas goose." He goes, "Well, sir, it'll be hours. If I got you a goose today, all the stores are closed. But, what, you're going to cook it? Or are you expecting me to find a fully cooked goose?" "I'll cook your goose, young man." "Now go do what I say." And he went back in, he put on his clothes. And he went to Bob Cratchit's house, and he had learned a lesson of it's good to have Christmas spirit. And he goes in there and goes, "Hey, you guys, it's me, crabby old Bob or Ebenezer Scrooge. Here's a big old turkey." Bob Cratchit's like, "Oh, wow, great, turkey. Not that we didn't just have or goose. It was it was a Christmas goose. That's what we had last night. But thanks anyway." He says, "Oh no, I changed my ways. I believe in Christmas now. I brought a bunch of presents. And for you, Tiny Tim, I got something very special." And he reached around. And what was it? What? Another crutch. Goes, "Here you go, Tiny Tim, 2 crutches. You're not supposed to just lean on one like that. Now you can use this crutch and be almost like a normal little boy." And it was the best Christmas he ever had. And this is the story. The kind of overrated story by, I'm going to have to say, an overrated writer. You're saying Charles Dickens overrated? Yep. I'm making a call. I mean, it's fine. It's not perfect. It's no Die Hard. Die Hard's a better Christmas story. But this one's good. This is the story of A Christmas Carol. To learn more, I don't know. Merry Christmas. Jibbe, ghost. The Baji Moen is a story. It's a ghost story, sweetie. Yeah. Hey, Badlands Ojibwe is here. Well, Merry Christmas, Badlands. Merry Christmas. Minobe nipa anama e gishakud. Merry Christmas, Badlands. I got Evel Knievel for Christmas when I was 6. Did you get Evel Knievel on the motorcycle? There was this. I got him for Christmas one year too. We're probably the same age. If you liked Evel Knievel as a 6-year-old, you're probably over 50. But yeah, Evel Knievel was cool. Let's see, what are some good Christmas? I once got a werewolf action figure, and my brother got Dracula. I got the werewolf. But when I was like a first grader maybe, and he was a third grader, it was the greatest Christmas ever. We lived in the basement of my grandparents' house. And on Christmas morning, I remember seeing the videos. We both got dinosaurs that were remote controlled, kind of. Yeah. But it was it was almost like the dinosaurs hadn't been extinct for very long when I was a kid. That's how old I am. But so they weren't remote control. They had wires. But you could make it was like there were robot dinosaurs that breathed fire. What? Yeah. They actually had like little It was probably just a light bulb. But in my memory, they made sparks that came out of their mouths. It must have been a light bulb. Could the toys in the 70s been that dangerous? They might have been. I'm not sure. But you could actually fight. I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and my brother had Stegosaurus. And they would move back and forth. You can kind of steer them a little bit. And you can make their mouths, at least on my Stegosaurus, or my Tyrannosaurus. I probably just had Godzilla, now that I think about it. I didn't know the difference between Godzilla and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, they're both fake, but it was so cool. And me and my brother could fight our dinosaurs. That was a good gift. What was a good gift you got as a kid? When I was a little girl, I got a lot of like stuffed animals. Oh, really? Yep, I love stuffed animals, so I remember getting stuffed animals, dolls. Got skis one year. Oh, really? Like downhill skis? They were cross-country skis. In the 80s, we gave each other records a lot. Yeah, you get records, comic books. I remember when I was a kid, my grandma would give us like pajamas, underwear, and socks. Yeah. And I would be disappointed, and I'd be like, oh, doggone it. But now, that's the only kind of Christmas gift I want. Really? Yeah. If I open a present now and it's like long underwear, thermal socks, some pajama bottoms, I'm like, how did you know? This is the greatest thing. The things I value most in life. Long underwear and wool socks. And now I think those are great gifts. I don't want a toy. I just want socks and underwear. I should have thought of that. You mean you didn't buy me socks and underwear for Christmas? Nope. What'd you get me? It's a surprise. Oh, okay. When you were growing up, did you open presents on Christmas morning or Christmas night? On Christmas Eve? Yeah, or Christmas Eve. Well, we go to my grandma's and grandpa's for Christmas Eve. Yeah. And my uncles and cousins and aunts were there. And we'd open presents, have a dinner, Christmas Eve, just like grandparents and cousins and stuff. But that Christmas morning was just the nuclear family, my parents and my brothers and sister. Oh, okay. How about you? Yeah, same thing. It was a big deal. I mean, the whole week of Christmas was sort of a big deal when I was a kid. Because my grandma was always in charge of the Christmas program, which meant I had a huge part in it every year. Yeah. Yeah. So there was the practice time and then the actual Christmas program, which would be like on a Thursday. Friday night would be the Christmas Eve. We'd go over to Grandma and Grandpa's, maybe go ice skating. They lived right on a lake. Grandma would make Christmas cookies and all that. Family would come over. We'd have a big feast. Open gifts. One year, my Uncle Duke dressed up as Santa Claus. Yeah. And, it was a whole thing. And then you might even go to church afterwards. They'd have like a late... One year they had like maybe a couple of years. They'd have church service at midnight. Or maybe 11 or something. And it would just be songs, and they'd give you a candle. Here, hold this burning candle. Let the wax just drip on your hand. Terrified, singing Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, calm and bright. What's up with this line? Round young virgin, mother and child. She's a round young virgin. She's round because she's 9 months pregnant. Did they really describe the Virgin Mary as round? That seems kind of rude. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, here comes round young Mary. Boy, aren't you round? It's like, I beg your pardon, I'm pregnant with the Messiah. The Messiah. Remember that one bit by what's his face? Wouldn't you hate to have been Jesus's brother? Everybody's always comparing it. Why can't you be more like your brother? Because he's the Messiah. It's poor James. Yeah, poor James. Jesus' little brother. Always being compared. You're not. Why can't you be more like your brother, James? You got to think about, like, there's a lot that's been left out of the Bible, the story of Jesus. Everybody kind of knows about his birth. I mean, that's what Christmas is really about. Whole manger scene. But people forget that after that, Joseph and Mary, they had a whole family. Jesus' little brother named James. He's in the Bible and stuff. James was at the whole family was at the wedding. Jesus' first miracle in the Bible was when he turned water into wine. Yeah, huh? It was a party. It was a wedding feast. And back in the days of the Bible grandfathers, weddings would go on for days, man. They were huge drunks. Well, this particular wedding, they drank up all the wine on the first night. Mary comes up to Jesus. It's like, come here, my boy. I want you to do something for me. He was the Messiah and everything, but Mary was still mom. She'd boss him around. Because we're all out of wine. Why don't you go back there and, do a little magic. We need more wine. Goes, oh, come on, Mom. I don't think it's time yet. I don't want to show my powers. Then you'll be in danger. I'll have to have a secret identity. I'll have to become a superhero. She goes, oh, just do it, my boy. I'm your mother. Listen to your mother. So he goes, okay. So he goes in the back room, says a little prayer to Great Spirit. Poof. Water into wine. And it's just the best wine people have ever had. It's like, holy man. When the wine's made by a holy man, you say, holy man. And it's just getting a party on and everything's great. Well, next weekend, same thing. There's another wedding. Joseph and Mary and James and the whole family get invited. Only this time, Jesus is gone. He's not there this week. What happens? Same thing. They drink up all the wine the first night. And guys are like, hey, James, we're out of wine. Can you, last weekend, your brother, he kind of saved the day. You think you can help us out too? He's like, what? No, I can't do that. He goes, come on, your brother did it. He goes, yeah, he's the Messiah. I can't be changing water into wine. I can't do that. I'm James. He goes, oh, man. He goes, oh, I'm always being compared. He goes, yeah, you're not as good as your older brother. He knew how to party. Then, on and on. Jesus becomes famous, super popular. People are following him around. He's walking on water. James can barely swim. Every time they play a little one-on-one basketball, Jesus just dominates. He can slam dunk because he can ascend. James is all like, quit using your Messiah powers. That's unfair. What's the score? But I wish we knew more about Jesus after the Bible, the Bethlehem story, and when he comes walking out of nowhere to get baptized by John the Baptist. Yeah, there's a whole lot missing in that Bible. Well, there's a little bit when he's like a teenager, 14 or something. Oh, really? Yeah, remember he walks into town and Joseph and Mary lose him and he's in the temple preaching to the old guys. Oh, that's right. I saw a comedian talk about that once. He goes, you ever imagine, what was his name, Michael Smith Jr. or something like that? Yeah. Can you imagine the time when Jesus was a boy and he goes into Jerusalem and he gets separated from Mary and Joseph? And people forget that Mary and Joseph, they were the parents. But, Joseph was, he's not even the real dad. They're almost like foster parents. At least Joseph is. And, so I'm sure that when Jesus went missing, the first thing that they would have done is pray. Yeah. And so would that have been kind of like that awkward phone call to the biological father? It's like, yeah, Father who art in heaven. Remember how you told me to keep an eye on your son? Raise him to be a good boy. You got a big plans for him or whatever. Yeah, well, we're at Sunday market in Jerusalem, and we can't find him. You think you can help us out? But then they don't talk about Jesus's awkward teenage years. When his feet got real big and he's all skinny and lanky, 14-year-old, stumbling, awkward with girls. Probably got acne, He was walking around in a human form. I'm sure Jesus was like very handsome. Yeah. But he was still a Jewish boy, and would have had the same problems. Probably had greasy hair. But anyway, Merry Christmas to you. You want to take a phone call? Well, sure, I'll take a call. Line 2. Merry Christmas. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hello, NANABOOZHOO. It's me, Johnny Depp. Hey, Johnny Depp. Sweetie, it's Johnny Depp, the movie star. Well, hi, Johnny Depp. How you doing? Hello, Natasha. I'm doing all right. I'm doing very well. Very well indeed. Hey, did I see you play with Gene Simmons recently? Yeah, I did. I got on stage with Gene Simmons at a concert recently. And we sang rock and roll all night and party every day. Let me tell you, I like to rock and roll all night and I like to party every day. Yeah, I know. But see, that's what I was talking about. I think they're trying to groom him to become the replacement for Paul Stanley. Ew, really? Are you going to replace Paul Stanley and Kiss? What? No. I was just jamming with Gene Simmons. Yeah, I know, but you got the makeup. Paul Stanley's having a hard time singing these days. I know you're sick of being in the Hollywood vampires. Half the time you don't even play with them anymore. Well, gee, I don't know. Nobody's asked me to replace Paul Stanley, and I don't think I could replace the Star Child. You don't think so? No. All right. I halfway still think he's going to do it. Anyway, what can I do for you tonight, Johnny Depp? I was wondering if I could learn the Ojibwe word for Merry Christmas. I have to go to a Christmas party tonight. Oh, really? You're gonna go to a Christmas party? Yeah, I'm dressed up as the Christmas yet to come. I'm in ghoulish makeup. Yeah, I noticed. You look like the Anishinaabe clown posse. That's a good one. Yeah, I use it every time he's on here. You want to learn how to say Merry Christmas? Yeah, if you don't mind. No, not at all. Minobi means to be merry. And then in Ojibwe, we call Christmas Nipa Anama E Gijagud, nighttime prayer day. So all you really have to say is Minobi Nipa Anama E Gijagud. Well, Minobi Nipa Anama E Gijagud, NANABOOZHOO. Yeah, you too, Johnny Depp. And Natasha. Yeah. Minobi Nipa Anama E Gijagud. Yeah, you too, Johnny Depp. You know, I watch your show all the time, NANABOOZHOO. Do you really? Yes. You know, I am a quarter Cherokee. Yeah, I heard that you were part Indian. Yeah, I got a Sitting Bull tattooed on my arm. Yeah, why would you do that if you're Cherokee? Shouldn't you have, I don't know, some Cherokee guy? One of the slave-owning Cherokees from the Trail of Tears? What are you talking about? Oh, the Cherokee? They had slaves. What do you mean? They were Native Americans. Well, yeah, but by the time the Trail of Tears started, most of the Cherokees were living on, they had plantations of their own. They were famous for, other Indians of Dakota called them the white-looking Indians. Is that right? Yeah. Cherokees, they would be red-haired, and they were wearing colonized clothing and stuff. I mean, it was still uncool when the government came and pushed them off their land. But the land they had, this came out in history recently, and their property they were allowed to take. So they took their horses, their cattle, and their slaves. Oh. Somehow I never pictured the Trail of Tears being slave owners. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't all slave owners, but... yeah, Cherokees have kind of a sketchy history they don't like to talk about. And how do you know you're Cherokee? Well, I was just told once that my great-grandmother was a Cherokee princess. Yeah, that's another thing. Everybody's Cherokee. They have a Cherokee princess somewhere in their... What is a Cherokee princess? Was there a Cherokee king? Yeah, I guess she would have been the granddaughter of the chief or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, anything else? No, I was just stepping in and wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, NanaBOOZHOO. Keep up the good work. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot every day. That's great. Well, here's one more phrase. Gigawabamin minawa. I'll see you again. Yeah, gigawabamin minawa, NanaBOOZHOO. Gigawabamin minawa, Johnny Depp. Gigawabamin minawa, Natasha. I'll see you again. Johnny Depp. He's so cool. He is cool. I don't know why he insists on still wearing that makeup. Well, maybe he's going to join Kiss. Yeah. I did see him play with Gene Simmons. How was it? It was pretty good. I mean, there's a whole band behind him, and he didn't sing. And tell you the truth, I should have pulled up the video. Part of me wasn't completely convinced he wasn't playing air guitar. No, he wouldn't play air guitar. Yeah, it would seem stupid. I mean, he was just playing the chords of Rock and Roll All Night. Yeah. But I know how to play that song, and I don't know. He might have been playing, I'm not sure. But, you know, Gene Simmons. He's this close to joining Kiss. Michael, if Kiss called you, would you join him? Of course. Would you replace Paul Stanley? No, I probably couldn't replace Paul Stanley. Why not? I don't know. I can't sing that well. I think I sing pretty well. You sang Like Snow on Skin. I did sing that. Here's a song Michael sings on. Like Snow on Skin. Up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. Oh, you want me to get up there? Yeah, would you? Sure. Minobi Niba Anime Egg Ijagad. Merry Christmas. This song is called Snow on Skin, and it's written by Michael Lyons. Miigwech Gabizendawi Egg. Thank you for listening. The day is young, so we begin again.
so far behind, but I've come so far, and I've run so fast. How long do we have? How long can we last? I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin. It's cold outside. Let me in. Our past dissipates like snow on skin. No From what I've seen, nothing's meant to last. But I can't move forward. And I'm living in the past. But I've come so far. And I've run so fast. How long do I have? How long can I last? I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin. And it's cold outside. Let me in. Our past dissipates like snow on skin. Snow on again and again, my friend, the end.
Snow on Skin by Michael Lyons. Boo! I am the ghost of Christmas past. No. Oh, that's a pretty tree. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. La 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 dee dee. Remember that old Charlie Brown Christmas? They go out and they find just a nasty little pitiful twig. But when they dress it up and put light on it and stuff, it becomes a beautiful tree. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's a different time. Kids aren't having the same Christmas experience we had back in the good old days. Back in the days of the grandfathers. Because when I was a little girl, actually in LaPorte, we only had 2 radio or TV stations until like the 80s or something. We never had like cable TV. It was My dad bought a great big antenna you put on top of the roof. So you could get different channels. But so most of us, the kids all watched the same TV shows every night. Which meant that around holidays, we all saw the same holiday specials. There was the Charlie Brown Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life, A Christmas Story, some 2-3 versions of A Christmas Carol, you know. And then everybody also watched, that's when everybody, for a lot of us, that's when we first saw The Wizard of Oz. They'd always play that during Christmas. It felt like a Christmas movie because it came out at Christmas, but there's nothing about Christmas in The Wizard of Oz. Then later on, when I became a teenager, movies like Die Hard, people start calling that a Christmas movie. Yeah, remember he was going home for Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that's a Thanksgiving movie. Okay. There's Christmas Vacation. Oh, some other Little Drummer Boy. Nanaboozhoo retold the Little Drummer Boy story. That was pretty cute. That was a crazy old claymation. Little Drummer Boy was the first movie. I think it was the first. It was either the first or the second movie I ever cried at. I remember it because my brother teased me. But I was sad at the end. I got upset. There's a scene, if you haven't seen it, there's a little claymation. You know what the Little Drum Boy looks like. In fact, do I still have the picture? No, I do not. Here it is. Come, they told me. Ba-dum-ba-bum-bum. I am a little boy here. Ba-dum-ba-bum-bum. Ho-ho-ka, hey, okay. Anyway. But there's a scene where, like, the bad guys, they're like, why don't you smile? Quit crying. And they paint a smile on his face. They're bullying him. They were getting upset over that. But then I also remember crying at the end. And I told my brother, I was like, how sad it was over. I didn't understand why I was crying. I just got upset. But I can't remember if that was the first TV show that made me cry. Because I also remember when I was a little girl, it was probably around Christmas time too, they came out with a made-for-TV Frankenstein movie. And it was, for me, the story of Frankenstein is as sad as, like, the Elephant Man. You got all the townspeople are chasing the Frankenstein through the square with pitchforks and, you know, torches and that. Get the monster! I remember feeling really sad for Frankenstein. It's like, leave him alone! You know, he can't help it, he's Frankenstein. But whenever I see the Little Drummer Boy, I think of Frankenstein, too. It's weird. These connections you make. I think I also got a Frankenstein doll that year. There's some sort of... We ended up with a bunch of monster action figures, me and my brother. Dracula, Frankenstein. Maybe my little sister got the Frankenstein, I don't remember. The werewolf. The Wolf Man, they called him. But... yeah, memories. Christmas can be a very happy time, but it can also be very sad. You know, especially as you get older, there's a lot of us where Christmas Oh, I saw something really good. Talking about wrapping presents. It's like, don't forget, the last thing you need to wrap is your arms around somebody who's missing, somebody who's not here this Christmas. You wrap the presents, but don't forget to wrap your arms around somebody. That's more important. So we all have somebody who we connect with Christmas. I mean, for a lot of it could just be our grandparents who've started their journey and they're having Christmas celebration up in heaven. But yeah. Manobi ni pa adama e gisha good. Merry Christmas. I'm gonna say a quick prayer. Get you manadu. Great Spirit, accept my tobacco. Watapana niwi asema. Mikwech ka ishi ka kina keku. Ka ishi chikea nungum. Thank you for everything you do today. Mikwech ka ishi pamarisian. Oh, you must have a short in the electrical cord. The tree keeps going out. Mikwech for my Christmas tree. For my anima egg is a good. My diba anima egg is a good tree. Natig. Mikwech ka ishi pamarisian. Thank you for my life. Mikwech ka ishi. Kakina geku. Thank you for everybody. No, everything I just said. Thank you for everything. Man, thank you for everybody. Kakina awia. Awia. Hey man, I'm being gay. I don't know what to say. Please protect me from a Santa Claus home invasion tonight. Make my aim steady and true. Nah. You hear that, Santa Claus? We're packing. You come to our house. You're going to have to say hello to my little friend. Don't forget to bring a present for my little friend. My two little friends, Smith and Wesson. Nah. What am I doing? Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Bonjour. Hi, sweetie. You ready to come in? Yeah, can you teleport me home? You got it. 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Nah. Though the weather outside is frightful, the fire is so delightful. I'll say it is. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It's really pretty out there. We sure got it was a white Christmas after all. I was dreaming of it. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Did Jessie Waboos stop by? I haven't seen her. Well, Jessica, we invited you to our little Christmas party. You stood us up. How dare you have a real Christmas with your family? Nah. Anyway, should we call it a show? Yeah, it's probably good. What do you think, Michael? Can you remind them of the stuff? Oh, sure. If you'd like to support the show this Christmas, we have a Patreon page. Links are in the description. If you sign up for $5 a month, you get something. But if you sign up for $10 a month, Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist himself, will send you a copy of OJIBWE Words and Phrases. A quick reference guide to handy Ojibwe words and phrases. And he also has books for sale at Amazon.com. Links are in the description. Otherwise, sweetie, did you want to add anything? Nope. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Michael. Same here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And, miigwech, gabisandawiyeg. Thank you for listening. Dash miigwech, gonawabiyeg. And thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO by Michael Lyons, the podcast about Ojibwe language, huh, sweetie? Yeah. And culture. My name is Natasha. This over here is Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist. Thanks so much, everyone. Merry Christmas. And this is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, miigwech. I will see you again. We're going to go on tomorrow morning? Yeah, we could. We'll see you in the morning. All right. Hawa. Minobi di ba anima egi shagud. Merry nighttime prayer day. Merry Christmas.